What is your name?
Raphael Navot.
And what is your profession today?
Non-industrial designer.
You studied at the Eindhoven Design Academy, where the motto is form follows function. Do you apply this motto in your work?
I think I do, but I also applied the opposite, the function follows forms.
How do you find a balance between what is practical and what is beautiful?
I think that when that balance is achieved, that's what we call design. Yeah, purpose-oriented project, and sometimes it's more of just pure expression. So both can be a starting point, but they must meet. I mean, there has to be a merge at some point. When I develop a furniture, if it would be a little series, a unique piece, or just for the pleasure of craft, then that often starts from real abstraction, and it finds its own function along the way.
You have different labels: architect, interior designer, product designer. How do you define yourself, Raphael Navot?
I guess I tend to avoid the definition, but for me, I apply the same value, the same principle, and often the same forms on each project. I don't really see a difference between making a jewelry and making a building. It's more or less, it's about semantics, it's about materiality, it's about expression.
Do you get inspired by technical challenges? And do you let them inform your creation?
I enjoy these constraints because that's what promotes creativity. So often you see a big pillar or a low ceiling of all these kind of like architectural situations. And I've learned along the years that these problems are actually, in most cases, are the core of the project. They are the solution. Actually, they are the important feature.
You describe your work as a combination of traditional methods and contemporary savoir-faire. Could you explain what this means?
There's something about these crafts that is slowly disappearing because of democratization, because of good things. Not always, it's not always that advancing is a negative thing. But I just find that this heritage, this savoir-faire, is something that we need to protect and to find new vehicles to let it go with us into the future. From recently in the Hôtel National des Arts Métiers, I worked with the Patrimoine de Pierre de Taille, which are the people who are responsible for renovating all the façades, the Haussmanniens, all over Paris. And their work now is almost strictly renovation or maintenance. But actually there is a quarry of Paris, the Paris Quarry, and the Laetitia Stone, which is the Pierre de Taille de Paris. And we just build in blocks, and they worked by hand. They just sculpted the whole entrance of the hotel, just like they would. I try to really change is the expression itself. So to take the traditional craft out of its connotation. So it's not decorative in a way that puts it in time. Yeah.
You're known for your attention to materials, but also your attention to craft. Where do you begin? By looking for a rare material or thinking how you can transform it?
Each wood, each stone bears with it its knowledge of what we can do with it and how we can use it and the method that we can apply.
You've been known to do quite a bit of writing in the process of working. Why is writing important to the creative process?
I think it's important that I'm writing really like very short text in order to clarify a direction.
Is there a Raphael Navot's doctrine, a theory of how you work?
Yeah, there is. There is a time for each phase. I try to respect it in how I work. I believe that each time we skip something, that missing chapter comes back sooner or later.
You have a special relationship with crafts. Can you explain why craft is so important to you?
There's something about craft, the touch of the hand, the magic of just the material itself. And the fact that we can actually see and feel the tradition, the heritage, the knowledge that is so embedded in the piece itself. I find it's easy today to recognize a crafted piece, which for me meaning that it's just a piece that was giving more attention. Somebody gave it more attention. Somebody invested in it.
Frank Lloyd Wright said, "Every great architect is necessarily a great poet. He must be a great original interpreter of his time, his day, and his age." What is your take on this phrase?
I think in any creative occupation, there is a certain responsibility that we carry, and by being focused not only on the practical or operational aspect of my task or my set of responsibility, it makes the whole creation much richer.